for continuing with us live on this broadcast. Ananya, my next question to you is about the fact that was there any other undertaking apart from the affidavit that the ASI had to give to the court before this verdict came out?
Well, the ASI had submitted undertaking by way of only an affidavit that was filed before, in fact, the Allahabad High Court, clearly indicating that, they would only be carrying out radio imagery or GPR techniques, and no kind of excavation would actually be carried out at the Allahabad, at the Gyanvapi site, and very clearly no kind of a damage to the structure of that particular site would be carried out, so that damage could not take place to that particular site, and that's clearly asserted and undertaken by the ASI not only before the Allahabad High Court. And if you remember, when the matter had reached the Supreme Court, the Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta too, who was representing the UP government and also the Archaeological Survey of India, had given a clear undertaking that no kind of excavation would be done, no kind of a damage to the particular structure would be carried out. And in fact, before the Allahabad High Court itself, a detailed affidavit was given out by the Archaeological Survey of India, detailing down the steps of this particular survey, how would this survey be carried out, who would be the members in that particular survey, the team that would be carrying out this particular survey, where all this survey would be carried out. A clear mapping of that particular survey has been pointed out, and what techniques, most importantly, would be used in order to ascertain the findings of this particular survey as directed by the Varanasi court would be carried out by the Archaeological Survey of India. Very, very clearly a big win coming in from for the Hindu side. Now the next option available to the Muslim side is to knock the doors of the Supreme Court. That they will definitely be doing, and as sources have also confirmed, the legal team of the Anjuman Intezamia Masjid Committee has also confirmed to us that they will first wait for the order copy
of Ananya,
this.
Do continue staying with us. We have some more reactions coming in. Let's have a look at that first.
इंसाफ के ऊपर भरोसा करें।
योगी आदित्यनाथ ने ANI को इंटरव्यू में बोला था कि मुस्लिम समाज को ये अपनी भूल को स्वीकार करना चाहिए। भूल थी उन्होंने, क्योंकि वहाँ त्रिशूल के पाए गए हैं और वहाँ शिवलिंग है। क्या देखिए, के बाद अगर आर्कियोलॉजी सर्वे का भी फैसला कुछ उस तरह से आता है,
आज हमारे देश को कम्युनल हार्मोनी की बहुत सख्त जरूरत है, नेशनल इंटीग्रेशन की सख्त जरूरत है। हमें कोई भी स्टेटमेंट ऐसा नहीं आना चाहिए जिससे हिंदुस्तान के रहने वालों के बीच में फासले बढ़ जाएं। मिलाने की कोशिश की जाए, न कि दूर करने की। थैंक यू।
मैं अदालत के फैसले का हृदय से अभिनंदन करता हूं और मुस्लिम भाइयों से मैं अपील करता हूं कि उन्हें शालीनता से
हुई कि थोड़ा और जल्दी करिए और संख्या बढ़ाएंगे और मशीनें लेंगे। नहीं, और बढ़ने की संभावना है, लेकिन ASI टीम है और यह डेट जो 4 तारीख जो सुप्रीम कोर्ट जा रहे हैं, हम भी कैबिनेट दाखिल करने के लिए जा रहे हैं। हमारे कहने का मतलब कि जो सत्य है वह सत्य ही रहेगा।
मतलब आज आप कैबिनेट दाखिल करेंगे?
बिल्कुल हमारी पक्ष मानी सुप्रीम कोर्ट नहीं सुना जाए, हम हर पल रहेंगे और सत्य की ही विजय होगी।
इस बीच बड़ी खबर यहाँ पर ये भी कि कल शुक्रवार है।
Right, so that is what the Hindu side had to say and the MPs had to say about this big decision that has come out right now. And well, what we know right now so far about the verdict is that yes, the verdict has come out in the favor of the Hindu side. The ASI survey is to continue taking place as it had begun initially, but right now we are also getting a particular reaction from Farooq Abdullah. Let's have a look at what he had to say.
Is your first reaction, sir?
भैया यहाँ सबको जैसा ही हो।
सर बोल के जाइए सर।
होना चाहिए।
सर कुछ तो बोल दीजिए।
हिंदू पक्ष कह रहा है कि वो मंदिर है और उनकी ये जीत है।
भैया मंदिर हो या मस्जिद, वो सबका एक ही है। आप उसको मंदिर में देखिए या मस्जिद में देखिए, कोई फर्क नहीं।
सर्वे होना फिर तो ठीक है।
नहीं डालता क्या?
उच्च न्यायालय के आदेश का हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ASI की सर्वे के माध्यम से सच्चाई बाहर आएगी। व्यापी का जो विवाद है, श्री राम जन्मभूमि विवाद की तरह इसका भी निर्णय होगा, निस्तारण होगा और शिव भक्तों की जो मनोभावना है, मनोकामना है, वो पूर्ण होगी।
Right. So we heard what the MPs had to say. And right now we have Ananya Bhatnagar joining us back on this broadcast. Ananya, let's go into the speculations as to what can the Muslim side now be basing their plea on, given that two courts have already heard them out and yet they have come out in favor of the Hindu side, giving a go-ahead to the particular survey that is in question here.
Well, definitely the legal basis of it would actually remain the same. They would be arguing constantly that, Section 75, the CPC only directs for scientific survey to be directed only when the oral evidence is not, sufficient, when the court could not reach a conclusion after the oral evidence or the documentary evidence that is available on record. And that was the premise of their particular case. They've been constantly saying that, the case has not reached the trial state, and then also, a scientific survey has been called for into this particular case. And now, very, very clearly, that would be the major basis of the Muslim side's plea. They would also be arguing, as it was being, Mr. Huzaifa Ahmadi was appearing for the for the Muslim side at the Supreme Court, was constantly arguing that, they are arguing that constantly that damage would be caused to this particular structure. The Archaeological Survey of India would destroy this particular structure, is what they've been saying. And in fact, if you remember that the Allahabad High Court, there was an exchange between the lawyers for the Muslim side and of the Chief Justice, where the Chief Justice actually questioned them as to what is the fear that is there in their mind, whether it's incident like Babri being repeated. And the Muslim side lawyers had actually accepted and and responded in affirmative that they fear some kind of such an incident could actually take place. But the Archaeological Survey of India, before the Allahabad High Court, before the Varanasi District Court as well, has constantly been saying that, they would not be causing any kind of a damage to the structure that is there. They would be just conducting a survey through GPR techniques, through dating processes, and also radio imagery would be carried out at this particular site, as it was pointed out by the Solicitor General of India, Mr. Tushar Mehta, at the Supreme Court of India. So, how much of it does it succeed before the Supreme Court is something that is also a matter of time, we'll get to know. But the premature argument of the Muslim side, the Hindu side plea is too premature, is something that would constantly be, argued before the Supreme Court as well. So, we'll have to wait as to how things pan out and whether the matter reaches the Supreme Court or not.
Right, Ananya, thank you for bringing us all those details, and we will keep coming back to you for more such updates on what the other reactions that are emerging on this Gyanvapi verdict that we received today. But for now, we're going to slip into a short break. Stay tuned to CNN News 18 as we bring you the latest right here.
City